We're going to go over how to upload reads from the GeoSeeq platform. For most folks, that's going to be portal.geoseeq.com. And we're going to see how you can use the platform, how you can use GeoSeeq to upload some data pretty easily, upload some read files, some fastq files pretty easily. So the first step here is you're going to want to sign in. You need to be signed in to upload data. I'm just going to sign in with my Google account, but you can sign in with whatever option you like. It makes no difference for the process of uploading reads. So there we are. Now I'm logged in. I'm logged in under my account, and I'm going to go to these upload samples button. This is going to take us to a little bit of a wizard that's going to go through all of the steps of uploading data, make it really straightforward for us to do this. Now the first step here is to select an organization where the data is going to go. When you first sign up for GeoSeeq, you should have sort of a personal organization that's created just for you. But if you want to upload data to a different organization, say your lab's organization, your university's organization, your company's organization, you should ask an org admin to add you. And once they add you to that organization, you can then upload data to that organization. So in this case, I'm going to select the GeoSeeq organization for this demo. And then I'm going to click Next Step. Now I can select a project here where the data is actually going to go. I can add data to a project that already exists. Or in this case, I can create a new project. So I'm going to create a new project here. I'm going to call it Read Upload Demo. And I'm going to set the privacy level. I'm going to leave the privacy level at public here. And of course, you could make it private if you want your reads, you want your data to stay private, which is probably the more common option here. So we're going to create that project here. And it's going to automatically be selected for us. So we're then just going to go to the next step. And this is a step where we're actually going to add some fastq files, add our data to this program. You can see here that we've got a few different settings we need to set to configure our upload. The first thing we want to check is whether we're going to do a single upload or a bulk upload. Single upload is sort of the manual way of doing uploads. It gives you control over just about every little detail, but it can be slower, particularly if you've got a lot of data. And bulk upload makes it easier for you to just sort of let GeoSeeq do the work for you. So we're going to go into bulk upload here. That's what we're going to use. We're going to be uploading paired end data today, so we're going to select that. And this is important to note. We've got single end, paired end, and long read data here. Single end and paired end, of course, that's going to be your sort of typical Illumina or BGI sequencing data. A few other platforms as well support single end and paired end data. So that's going to be single end and paired end short read data. Whereas if you've got sort of nanopore data, PacBio, some other long read platforms, you're going to want to select long read there. But today we're working with paired end Illumina type data. So we're just going to select paired end. And then we're going to grab some fastq files here. So I've got here 6 fastq files. The names are in a pretty standard format. And sort of most formats that come off of sequencers, most standard formats for file names, for fastq names, are going to work well here. And they're going to work for our purposes. So you can upload most any fastq file. And then what GeoSeeq is going to do is it's going to look at these file names and it's going to grab a sample name from it. So you can see here we've got 4 files with S1 sample 1 file name here and 2 files with S2 sample name here. So we've got sample 1 4 files, sample 2 2 files here. What it's also going to do is it's going to look at this sort of L1 R1 L2 R2 L1 R2, and it's going to recognize that these are read numbers. We told it that it's paired end data, so it can see that it's got read 1 and read 2 for both samples. And then also that it's got lane 1 and lane 2, at least for sample 1. So sample 2 only has the 1 lane. So it's going to automatically assign sample names. It's automatically going to assign read numbers. It's automatically going to assign lane numbers, which makes it easy to keep your data organized, to keep it sort of controlled without having to do a lot of manual typing or uploading or anything like that. So now that we've got this data here, we're going to go on to the next step. We're not going to add any apps just yet. I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later. So now we're going to go to the final review here. We're going to look at what all is going to be uploaded. This is just the same as what we looked at before. So we're going to go ahead and start the upload. Now the files I've got here are pretty small, by design. So they're going to upload really fast. You're going to get this upload successful screen quite quickly here. Obviously, if your files are a little bit bigger, if you've got more files, then this could take a little bit longer. But eventually you're going to get here and you're going to get a progress bar to show you how far along the way you are. So now we're going to go ahead and go to show samples. And you can see that we have this project that we've created, the read upload demo project. And we've got two samples under the project, S1 and S2. If we go into S1, we'll see that we have a folder. That folder is called short read paired end. And in that folder, we've got our 4 different fastq files with the read 1 and the read 2 and lane 1, lane 2, all nicely organized for us. If we go and we click into that, we can get a little bit of a preview of a fastq file. This is going to give us an estimate of the read length and the GC content here. Also lets us look to see if there's anything particularly funky going on with the fastq file, such as like a very repetitive, very low complexity sequence or something strange with the quality scores here. So just lets us get a quick preview of what's going on in the fastq file so that we can get a little more detail. And then if we want to kind of close the loop and download a particular fastq file, you can always do that by clicking here. Now, once we've got our data uploaded, we've got some fastqs uploaded for our samples, the next thing we might want to do is run some actual bioinformatics analysis on this here. So in that case, we can do that by going to applications, and we can add an app to this project. Apps are bioinformatics apps. They provide some level of analysis. They can do different things. But the app that we're going to add right now is a very lightweight taxonomic analysis app. It's going to give us just a quick overview of what species, what organisms are in this sample. And it's called GeoSeeq Search. So very lightweight, very easy to use, free for everybody, not just for academics. So we're going to add this app to the project. And we can see that here, GeoSeeq Search, lightweight analysis tool used to include samples in the GeoSeeq Search Index. It also gives you some taxonomic results as well as including stuff in the GeoSeeq Search Index. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go run that app, select all of our samples, which is 2 samples here, run app. And that's going to take a little bit to run. There's a queue, so even though these samples are small, it'll take a little while to run. But we can see here, at least we will be able to soon, that there are 2 runs here. So it's going to be 1 run for sample 1, 1 run for sample 2. And we can see that these are pending, that we can see how long they've been running for. And these will update once our samples are done running. If you want to see an example of what it looks like once these results are done, we can go to a demo like this. And what we're going to get is a little dashboard like this, which shows things like the taxonomic composition of our samples, sort of what organisms are present, what groups of organisms, how similar they are to one another. Of course, with our demo sample, it's only 2 samples, so not too much data, but enough there to get you started on doing some analysis here.